Hi guys, quick disclaimer for this video. I spent 10 hours over 2 days recording the footage and it was all Hell Q tier 1. I don't know what's going on with this deck. It's not that strong, but I tried to get you guys a few good wins because it was a lot of Atraxa and Itali. Luckily I beat a few of them a couple of times you might see in the video ahead. But enjoy, but it's pretty crazy and I don't know why. Why is it crazy? Who knows? Whatever, enjoy. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that King of the Oathbreakers is in the upper echelon, so if you do decide to make this deck, be warned. I am so sorry to the members who requested this video. I did not expect it to be so high tier, and I don't really know why, because unless there's a combo that I'm missing, I just don't know. Why is he so strong? Maybe it's just the deck I've made, I don't know. All I know is Boromir stops people casting spells for free, which is going to be sick. But I want to bank him a bit, hold him off a little bit. I want them to use all the removal spells first. Hope to get out the Kaya, start dealing some damage. Fast Switch Surge means they can potentially go for Itali in the following turn. So this is where we go for Boromir. And I really wish we had an extra mana open for the protection. Let's see if there is Silly Billy and they don't read Boromir. Fingers crossed they haven't read Boromir. They don't know what Boromir does. Just play the Itali. Don't hover over Boromir. Just play Itali. No? Okay. Golden Argosy. Whenever it attacks, exile each thing that crewed it. Sure. They're setting up some mega plays here. Dawn of a New Age. Sure. So, Operation, leave open to Ferry's protection or we lose the game. Let's do this, guys. Come on. Boromir for the win. Everyone craft Boromir because, oh my god, we even have a protection spell for Boromir in case they choose. Right, so this should read as, yeah, it doesn't put it, it casts it. So they should get 0 things here. So counter, beautiful. So clearly they've never read Boromir in their life and they're just an arrogant little fool. Seriously? The hubris there is quite insane. So they're going to attack in again, and they're going to try and flicker Itali again. Sure. It's not going to do anything, so what is the point? Also, the flavour of Itali getting into the ship is quite bizarre. I still don't think they've hovered over Boromir. Or maybe they just don't care. Luca. Okay. You're not going to cast these spells, dude. Have you not seen the Fellowship of the Ring? Have you not seen Boromir absorb spells? Let's go. Swing in. So we want to leave up 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... I guess we still want to kill this because it's got Infect on the other side. So we still have to just be careful of that. Alright. Let's go. Team Boromir. We got this. We've got this, Boromir. Please. Please survive. Ulamog. Yippee. So they're going to cast things to exile our things, but what they don't realise is Fresh Protection stops them exiling our things, which is lols. Lollapalooza. I don't think so. 3, 4, 5, 6. One more land, and we can just exile the Ulamog, which is quite amusing. Oh, it's tap land as well. Swords, though. We've got swords. We can do this. And at the risk of... So, we are risking it a tad. We are. But I want to get in there. Leave Boromir back. And then we can exile the Ulamog, because that is going to kill us in very... Well, 2 hits. It's a land on top. Now we don't need it. No, we don't need that. Although that's a good land. But I think it's too slow. We have... Oh, no, actually, no. Just in case they got rid of the Cold Steel Heart. Let's leave that land on top. And then we can swords the Ulamog. And they will gain 10, but they won't have an Ulamog. And that, my friends, is how to deal with Atali. Boromir. Craft Boromir right now. Craft him until your fingers bleed. He is the answer to Atali. Starting hand, not too bad. Lothar gives us some ramp. Bit of a weird card, to be honest, because it's a good card, but nobody knows who this guy is from the films. So it wasn't. I don't think he was in the films. I think this character was in the books, I believe, when the hobbits went back to the Shire. I think they had to deal with more problems, but in the film, I believe that was just basically the end. Wasn't it? It was just a happy ending, but I think Saruman didn't die in the books. He corrupted the whole Hobbit village, and maybe he made this guy like the head of the evil Hobbit group or something. I'm not sure. Someone could probably tell me. Dark Ritual, wonderful. So they can cast that now for 3 black mana and not actually use it for anything. Okay, wonderful. So as long as I don't kill the Cold Steel Heart, we're probably going to get the Shieldred out next turn. See what they do. I'll see. Hope they don't steal anything else. Good. Oh, it's a Fragment Reality. So they could kill the Cold Steel Heart, but if they do, we're probably going to get the Esper Sentinel, which is okay. I'm not too sad about that. So it kind of pays to have 1-drops, doesn't it? And Clothis. Sure thing. So we are going to eventually... if we go for the connections, we can try and like guarantee hitting the 5th land, which we needed for the Shieldred. Now, annoyingly, the Clothis is going to be exiling our cards, which means Shieldred might not be able to flip ever if they start targeting their own things. I mean, they only have 1 anyway, but... And we do have the Aetherflux Reservoir to gain life, so we'll see how this game goes. Mana Tithe. Okay, finally, there's still something that isn't usable. Good thing we didn't have anything from 1 mana we wanted to cast, because we wouldn't be able to do it now. Cindervines, wonderful. So they could blow up the Black Market connections now if they want to. Of course, they're getting pretty lucky with these hits. So it's a toss-up, isn't it? Do they want to have a long-term effects and keep Clothis online? No, okay, they don't want me to have that at all. Sure thing. Let's get rid of this Rahilda because it's driving me nuts. Stealing our stuff every turn. Annoying. Okay. So now there's going to be a little dance. Do they want to get rid of cards from their graveyard? Keep going for mine. Okay. Go for it. We're down to 13, which is concerning. Goldspan Dragon. Jeez. Very aggressive. Very aggressive deck, indeed. Higher. We can get rid of the Goldspan Dragon now, hopefully. Unless they give it hexproof.
This should be a nice break from Ravnica.
Sure. And we'll swing in. I'll leave up the Esper Sentinel just in case they have something like haste. We're going to be down to 7 in their turn. They're going to have another kill spell here. They give us a card. 2 damage.
This is gonna be one of those jobs.
This Aetherflux Reservoir is going to hopefully come in clutch here. What have they got now for 6 mana? Elder Gargaroth. That is pretty disgusting. But we can go for the Flowering of the White Tree. Gain some life. And Ward Menace. I think I'm going to block the Elder Gargaroth. Because I can't really afford to lose much more life here. Ward 1 is going to be... Might be nice to help a bit. But yeah, the cloth is dealing that 2 damage every turn. Jeez. Brutal. We've only got 1 card left in our graveyard that we can exile. Magma Spray. Paying the 2. Jeez. So aggressive. They're going to draw a card, I guess. Or they're going to create another attacker. Okay, I mean, we're going to get the Oath of the Kingbreakers next turn, which will be able to block this. And a Ronus. Jeez. Now, we're in a very tricky situation here. If we don't go for the Elders Reborn, we could just die. So they're going to sack the 3/3. So now we just basically have to make sure they don't get any... Yeah, because if we didn't kill one of these here, we would just die to the Ronus and that attacking, because Ronus can pump the 3/3. Please don't be a creature. Oh my goodness. That's if. But now they can swing for 5. Jeez. How lucky was that? Okay, we do get to kill this Goblin Shaman, I suppose. Goodness me. We're hanging by a thread here. Please don't be another creature. So we're going to be down to 2. Exiling their own creatures, because now they're worried about the Elders Reborn. Just be a land or something. Come on. It's going to be a lightning bolt or something, isn't it? As if. That was just a case of literally the opponent having everything they wanted, ending the game at 31 life versus our -1. Crazy. Top decking pretty much a lightning bolt. Oh my god. Okay, we go first. Some decent cards. Removal, a bit of draw. Versus a Grixis Spellstealer deck. Nasty. Vampire control deck, probably. Okay. Blue, black. Signet. Let's just get the Bone Masters out. Start aggressing them a bit. So powerful. We could use a Fragment Reality here. What would this give them, though? No, I think that's not worth it. Not on an Arcane Signet. I don't know. This is such a strong spell. Might use the Dawn of a New Age. Or then maybe I could do it now to kind of eke out a counter spell. Let's see. Yeah. See if they counter this. They might want to counter it because it's the only access to red. Spell Pierce. Interesting. Mana Tithe. So they have a 3-mana counter spell. I can Mana Tithe it. Interesting. So if they go for Spell Pierce, we can Mana Tithe the Spell Pierce, ironically. Which I will do because they're going to try and stop us getting cards. Let's attack with the army. So it looks like they were very eager to get this Arcane Signet in play because now, okay, so see, now they can go for the Evelyn. But they don't realise that we have Swords to Plowshares. Swing in. So if they do go for Evelyn, we'll just exile it here because it's really going to slow them down. Nice. And a 7-mana Evelyn isn't as attractive. So they got a land and they got a Fracture. Okay. Oh, Esper Sentinel. I'd love to resolve that. Are they going to kill our Signet, I wonder? Black market connections. We have to beat the Swarm, though. So let's go for the bait spell. So to counter this, we can kill the black market. It's actually pretty good. We need to slow them down. Surely no more counters. That would have been pretty annoying. 3, 4, 5, 6. It also slows down the mana production and slows down their red acquisition. Oh, actually, they don't need red, do they? Because this is a split color. Yeah, they don't need red. Sure. Let's see if we can get them out again. If they counter them, so be it. Syncopate. Wow. This is a pretty obnoxious deck. This is pretty typical of a lot of Grixis players. Apart from me. I don't really use counters. 3 counters so far. And I have the... Alright, let's see if we can bait him out. So if we attack it might be a very tempting block. Yeah, thought as much. But then we have the Shieldred as a follow-up play. Ugin, so they can't cast any of those. So we're going to lose the Bowmasters, sadly. Okay, so remember, they can only cast these if they have Evelyn out. Yep, she's the enabler. So... And she costs 9 now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they get 1 more mana, they can do it again, which is annoying, but there you go. How many cards in the graveyard? They have 4, so we can't flip Shieldred just yet. Duress. Let's see what we're working with her. 3. Urtai's Scorn. So they counter it anyway, and pay. So we're not going to get to see what's in their hand. Okay, we'll go for the Kami. When a creature you control greater mana value than this card dies, return it. Yeah, we'll put it on the Sentinels, that can come back. Interesting. So yeah, it's just a pure toxic counters deck. Lovely. Love to see it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they can cast her again. So I think we just swing with the Shieldred. The annoying part is they're going to be able to cast some crazily good spells. They've got those 3 and they've got our Ugin. Let's see what we get with the gate here. We need something good. Oh, they're going to respond by flashing in an Evelyn. But if we have a kill spell... We have an Usher. Okay. Oh, they've got so many spells they can do now. Oh, but they went for a land. Oh, that was silly. They can only do 1 per turn. Okay. 1 per turn it is then. So now they can go for Fracture. So I'm going to keep the Takenuma in hand, because if they do kill the Shieldred, I can bring it back. Although I might as well just tap it here and use it for this. Guardian Idol, ironic. We get the flipping... We get another rock back. Not so excited about that. They're going to scry 2. Scrying 2 is pretty strong, I have to say. Yeah, she's... They've found the window now. They've found the window. Inquisition, so that gets rid of... Man, they're not going for the very good spell. They signed Blood or Ugin, but they went for the Inquisition, so they've got nothing that they can actually really worry about in hand. I mean, the Takenuma is technically a Shieldred. Mithril Coats. That's going to make Evelyn indestructible. This has Flash. What's going on here? Strange. Teferi's Protection. Nice. the Menace has proven to be really good. If they kill her here, it's tempting to actually use the protection so they can't do anything to us in their turn. So they're down to 4, which is going to be lethal in our next turn. And we have the protection, so let's see what they've got. It's been a tricky game. She's given them a lot of advantage. So let's read what this says. Deals X damage to each creature. Whenever one or more creatures you can die and create a treasure. Let's see if we can resolve the protection here. If we don't, then have a negate. Oh, damn, that sucks. So Evelyn's going to survive this. And they get a treasure for each thing they kill. Oh, that's nasty. Okay. Okay, they get one... They get... This ability triggers only once each turn. Oh, it's an enchantment. That's weird. That is very peculiar. So they've made a red... Red massacre thing. Okay. As if they had negate. So yeah, we'll get the Shieldred back. Take care of Evelyn. They've got 7 cards in there. In their graveyard. We'll keep the command tower in hand just to freak him out a bit. So now I think, unless they flash Evelyn in and hit a removal spell, I think we might have him. Minas Tirith. Right, let's see what we got then. Brazen Borrower. Jeez. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, King it is. Brazen, but no Evelyn. And they created a thing that can't block. Okay, fine. Evelyn comes down. Oh no, if they get a turn, we're in a lot of trouble here. Down to 1. So they can only do one of the spells. Jeez. Oh man, that's so unlucky. We get the Esper Sentinel back, which is 1 power. Okay. And they also have the Prismari command to kill the Sentinel. Oh, that's such a shame. They got so lucky this game. I can't believe they had the balls to attack though. That is crazy. Jeez. Ten mana it is then. Well, they're going to have an Ugin, aren't they? So... Oh, how can we deal this 1 damage? Using our spells against us. Jeez, brutal.
And fear are the bathe in ghost fire.
We've used both of the... Oh, we get the Sentinel back again. Okay, so they're going to start milling us. Shieldred. Interesting. So, do they have a counter for this? If they do, then they will probably win the game, right? One, two. They've got a lot of mana open. What's it going to be? So if Shieldred resolves, they die in their draw step, right? So many counter spells. Ugh, not a fan of this player at all. Okay, any lands that are going to make a difference? Not sure. So they literally die if they draw a card. So they're going to have to, at instant speed, gain life. And they're going to get an Orcish Bowmasters. I mean, what is that going to do? Okay, so they've gone to full control because they're an absolute Chad. Okay, so they've done 1 damage. What exactly is going on here? I mean, I know people play to their outs, but any number of Praetors. Okay, so Shieldred makes us sack this. Non-active, active. So my trigger goes off first, unless they can draw a card in response. Absolutely cheeky. As if they had all that. And we still won, to suck it. Hello, welcome to a brand new video. Today's commander was requested by a couple of my members, so this video goes out to both of you. You probably know who you are. But King of the Oathbreakers is an interesting card. I actually found this guy a bit tricky to build because initially you'd think it would just be Spirit Tribal, but I found that Spirit Tribal was just kind of a bit weak by itself, so I had to kind of make it a bit more mid-rangey control. Let's take a look at some of the abilities to figure out why I found it so difficult. So 4 mana 3/3. Whenever he or another spirit becomes a target of a spell, it phases out. And whenever King of the Oathbreakers or another spirit you control phases in, create a tapped 1/1 spirit token with flying. So there's quite a bit to wrap around there. The initial thought process is, okay, so it has protection built in. It's a bit like Kira Spyglass. Whenever it gets targeted, counter it. But in this case, it phases out. So it kind of counters the kill spell. It basically does. The kill spell will fizzle because this will phase out and then back in your turn. So that's fine. But if you wanted to break it yourself by keep targeting it yourself, then the same applies there as well. So you can't make a deck where you want to just give it like weird instant buffs or even stuff like put counters on it with spells. It will just fizzle out, which is strange. So it makes it pretty tough to do it that way. And secondly, it says whenever he or another spirit you control phases in, create a tapped spirit. So there's 2 different directions here. You could go for phase tribal, but there's just not enough phasing in the set. We've got Teferi's Protection, which phases everything. That's literally the only card I think I've got in here that really does that. That doesn't target him. And also he creates tokens. So you could go down the Anointed Procession route, but there wasn't that many tokens that I really wanted to make in the deck. So the challenge here was to figure out what kind of deck to be. It's slightly Voltron-y. We have 3 of the swords here. There's some cool synergy in the deck just to give him tribal synergy. So Andura Flame of the West gives him +3/+1, and when he attacks, create 2 spirits. And because it's legendary, he'll create them coming in attacking as well. We've got Kaya, which can target him. So abilities are fine. And if he was to die from, let's say, a board wipe or a sack effect, he would come back to your hand and you get a spirit in its stead. We've got Invasion of Telvada, which is quite spicy. When it comes in, return a non-battle permanent from your graveyard to the battlefield. So that's good. And then when it flips, once you've killed this, creature tokens you control get +1/+0 lifelink, and you create a spirit at the beginning of each end step. So that's pretty cool. Ugin also makes spirits. You could actually make this a lot more spirit heavy, but I just wasn't having much luck with it. The only kind of anthem I have in the deck is Flowering of the White Tree, because it's just absurdly good to make your team go a bit wider, go a bit stronger with the spirits. I do have a couple of like signature spirit makers. We've got Clarion Spirit, 2 spells equals a spirit during each turn, and Usher of the Fallen as well. They're not fantastic cards. That's the thing about Spirit Tribal. I didn't want to just unlock loads of spirit cards to use them for this deck, and then they kind of wouldn't be useful in many other decks. There are quite a few rare spirits, I have to admit. But yeah, it just wasn't really resonating with it. But I think you'll find that my build interesting. As I said, it's kind of Voltron-y control, trying to find the balance between turning King of the Oathbreakers into a win con, with just very, very few spirits in the deck. But yeah, I do hope you enjoy the videos today. If you want to check out the deck list, it will be in the description below. And don't forget, you can donate to the channel if you'd like me to make a video for you in the future. Just check out the description in the comments, in the description box below, and you'll be able to see all the details there of how you can get custom videos. So, until next time, see you later. Bye. Did you know that you can help my channel by watching another one of my videos? Go ahead, you know you want to.